Hey boys and girls, Miss Janine back at you this week with another lesson. So last week we focused our time and attention on blackout poetry, and I might say I've been seeing some pretty cool submissions from you guys. So I'm really impressed by a lot of you and your talent and skill and the time and attention to detail that you gave to this project specifically. So I'd love to keep that momentum going into this project that we're starting this week. So this week we're actually starting a project that's going to be for the rest of the trimester. Actually, hopefully just the rest of till May, because it's going to be a timeline of your quarantine. What are you doing? So I'm going to give you some very specific instructions in this video on where to go to add your information, 2, on what types of information you should or could include, and then 3, how many submissions obviously that you need to include in your timeline as well. So it's going to be really simple, but I think it's going to be something that's going to be really fun for you to look back at later, and then even potentially pass on to your kids and grandkids and stuff like that, because I think this situation that we're in is really going to go down in the history books, and you're here to record it, so why not keep it, especially since we have the technology available. So you're going to have some specific instructions right here in this video, and we'll have a summary at the end for you to review exactly what you need to do. I want you to open up a web page. Go to www.infoohio.org. Now make sure the O that is in the word info and the O that is in the word Ohio are the same. There should only be one O in the middle. Go ahead and type that in your web browser now. Once you type that in, the website that you will come to will look something like this. Now, depending on the type of device you are using, yours might look a little different. You want to find the space that says grades K through 8. That is exactly where you're going to click. I've circled it for you. Once you've clicked there, it will take you to a page that looks something like this. Now, I want you to scroll down when you get to this page, because you are going to need to find something that says World Book Timeline. Once you find World Book Timeline, go ahead and click on that option. Clicking on World Book Timeline is going to take you to a page that looks exactly like this. You are going to go to the top and circle the part that says Create Timeline. Now that you have chosen to create your own timeline, you are taken to a place where you will input information regarding your timeline specifically. You're going to need to give your timeline a name. I named mine Miss Janine's Quarantine Experience. You should also give your timeline a description. So what I said is that this is a timeline of what is happening during my time during quarantine at home during the COVID-19 pandemic. I would also highly encourage you to use a timeline image. This is just going to help make your timeline more unique. You can do that by clicking Add Image, and it's going to take you to a place to upload. When you go to upload the image, it's going to ask you to create an account. You should do this using your UCS email address by clicking on the bottom where it says New User. to start your timeline, every single one of us should have the exact same first event input into our timeline. It should say that on March 12, 2020, we're not going to have an end date. The description should say something like, the Governor of Ohio, Mike DeWine, announced that all schools must close due to COVID-19 through April 3rd. You can add any extra notes if you'd like, and even add an image. When you're done, click Create. After clicking Create, you're going to see your event actually up on your timeline. Congratulations! Now, you can, if you're like me and it bothers you to see this very big event on a very small timeline, on the right-hand side, you'll notice a plus sign and a minus sign. You can actually scale that up or down based on whatever your preference is for viewing. To move forward and create your next event, all you need to do is go to the upper left-hand corner of the screen and click the Create Event button and go through the same process that we did for the very first event we put on our timeline. I highly encourage you to save your work after each event that you create, and you'll do that by clicking on the upper right-hand side, the Save disc. Make sure you save your work. Your assignment is due in Google Classroom on April 16, 2020. Alright guys, so really quick, I just want to go over the requirements for this assignment. Number 1, you must create and save the timeline. Give it a name, guys. Number 2, you must add at least 5 events from March 12th to present day. As a reminder, the first event that you will be putting in your timeline is the day that the Governor, Mike DeWine, actually insisted that we close schools, which is the event that I showed you guys how to put in earlier. Alright guys, I just want to take a quick second to review exactly what you are turning into me this week. So you have a couple of options, and that's because I don't know what your individual ability with technology is, but I want to make sure I'm able to accommodate everyone. Option 1, you can send me a screenshot of your timeline on your computer, if you know how to do it. If you don't worry about it, or if you want to, you can Google and learn a new skill. Make sure that it clearly shows all of your content. Option 2, if you don't know how to screenshot something, you can send me a direct message and provide any comments and responses with all of your events typed out neatly and making sure that you are including the dates and clearly listing them. Now that you know how to turn your work in, I'm sure you want to know exactly how you are going to be graded. So overall, this assignment is worth 25 points. You will actually earn 10 points just by including all 5 events in your timeline. Next, you will earn 10 points for the accuracy of your events. So obviously, I'm not going to judge your personal events, but anything that you're including that has to do with things the governor says or things that are actually happening out in real life outside of your home will be checked for accuracy. Lastly, you will earn 5 points for correct spelling and grammar. Alright, that's it. So I hope that you were able to understand exactly what you need to do and exactly how to do it. If you do have any questions or something seems a little bit confusing, that's definitely okay. We are available, all of the specials teachers, actually every Friday for you to ask any questions. Come in and chat with us during our office hours, which is on every Friday from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. And those links should be available to you in your Google Classroom. Additionally though, if you have any questions in the meantime, you can always feel free just to reach out via email, jking@urbancommunityschool.org. So I'm happy to help you in any way I can with any type of questions. Even if it's something for another class, I'm definitely available to help you out as well. So in the meantime, good luck with your timelines. I can't wait to see exactly what you guys have been doing so that in the future you can share with other people as well. Since we're going down in history, we might as well track it.